Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Good morning. In this particular video, I will be discussing chapter 2, which is national integration. Let us first look at the meaning of national integration. When we talk about national integration, we are basically trying to emphasize that realization of collective identity. It's important to understand that it is collective identity. It is not individualistic identity. It is not an identity which is, of a particular section of society. It is collective whole of the entire nation, all the citizens of India that imply collective identity among the natives of a country. So be it of India, so all the citizens of India, be it of America, all the citizens of America, it's collective identity among all the natives of a country. Now, it refers to the country's unity and integrity. It's very important to understand unity of the people of India, feelings of respect for each other, and brotherhood, feelings of brotherhood and social interest that, whatever I do, I must not in any manner harm my fellow brother or fellow citizen. That's the country's unity. If ever there is, a challenge which comes to a particular nation, all the citizens of the nation get together and try and contribute to somehow handle that particular challenge which has come. And it is about the country's integrity, not the integrity of one person, but the entire nation's integrity, despite diverse religions. So if we talk about India, India is actually a diverse country in terms of different things. Like you will see diversity in terms of religion, you will see diversity in terms of regions. North India, South India, East, West. You will see there is diversity of castes also, diversity in terms of the different languages which are spoken. Different languages are also there, and in that one particular language, you will also see that there is different dialects which are existing. We must always feel, despite all this diversity, that we all are one nation, we belong to one nation. In fact, when the national government, when they think about us, they do not think about a particular section of society and the benefit of that particular section of society only. They think about the interest and benefit about all the people of India. So it's important that we also understand that we may be different in terms of religion, we may be different in terms of caste or region, but we all are one. We all are together. That is all about national integration. So it refers to feeling of oneness, and when there is this feeling of oneness, when it is generated, and especially it comes from education. So if that is generated, there will be a prosperous as well as a strong nation. So come what may, all the citizens of that particular nation will be able to deal collectively to that particular problem. The real meaning of integration, therefore, is the existence of multifarious identities. Multifarious identities in the sense different castes, different regions, different religions, doesn't matter. Multifarious identities, that's okay. But tied with a unifying thread. That unifying thread is respect for different religions, respect for people coming from different backgrounds, respect for people having different financial status. That is the unifying thread. That thread must never be broken. When we talk about Benjamin Franklin, according to him, when he spoke about national integration, he said that it is actually the assimilation of the entire people of the country to the common identity. So again, he's reiterating the same thing. Assimilation, when you put all these things together and you talk about the entire people of the country or all the citizens of the country, and you talk about the common identity that they share. So it's okay if they come from different backgrounds, but the common identity is that they belong to the nation of India. Integration refers to harmonization of loyalties. So you may be loyal to a particular section of society. You may be loyal to one religion of yours. That's okay. But still there is harmony among these different loyalties that you have. Person X may have a loyalty towards, let's say, Christianity. Person Y may have a loyalty, let's say, to Hinduism. But there is, if they're living in harmony with one another, then that is what we mean by national integration. Person A may have, interest in one particular, let's say, school of thought in terms of political views. Person B may have loyalty towards another school of thought in terms of, let's say, politics. But still, if there is harmony existing between these people, equilibrium, if there is calm and composure, maintained when they are interacting with each other and they're expressing their opinions, there is the existence of harmony, then we say that there is national integration prevailing. So national integration is about the unity and solidarity among the citizens. And when that is there, then there is a happy country. So for a happy nation, it's important that there is unity among people. There is a sense of solidarity among citizens of a particular nation. But in every nation, there are always some disruptive forces which are, trying to somewhere bring down this unity and trying to somewhere interfere with the national integration of a particular nation. So for instance, if we have to talk about India, there is one disruptive force which is casteism. So in ancient times, Hindu society was actually divided into 4 castes. And these 4 castes were the caste of Brahmin, then there was Vaishyas, there were Kshatriyas and Shudras. So for different reasons, this casteism actually came in the forefront. But this casteism is actually a disruptive force. This casteism, when people start hating each other, that we belong to a particular caste, you belong to a different caste. People start having ill feelings towards each other, that you are from a different section of society, from a different caste, so we do not respect you. We would not want to eat with you. We would not want to, visit your place of worship, and we would not allow that you come and visit our place of worship. We will not celebrate our rituals together because you come from a different caste. When all these things come up, these act as major disruptive forces. So casteism, what does casteism bring? It creates a lot of discrimination, especially for the weaker sections of society, especially for the castes which are the lower castes. So this creates neglection. The caste which is, the lower caste, people of those castes, they are neglected by the people who belong to the upper caste. Rejection. They totally reject these people. They do not let them, you might have read a lot about it, especially in the old times, and especially you might have read about it in newspapers also. Still, there are some regions where a lot of casteism is being practiced, where people do not eat with other people, with the people who are from the lower rank of society and people who are from the lower caste. They do not, let them make food also for their, family. That also is happening. Injustice, therefore, is being done on these kind of people. Exploitation in terms of, let's say, when we talk about jobs, etc. So, one section of society, let's say, belonging to the upper caste, they will give jobs to people from their caste only, and they will exploit people from castes which are, the lower castes, or vice versa is also happening. So, people from the lower section of society or lower castes, they would give jobs and opportunities to their fellow friends, that is people who belong to their caste, and they will ignore people who are from the upper caste. That is also happening. Inequality therefore happens, untouchability happens, especially when it is in the context of lower castes. Second point is about the common language. So there are more than 100 languages existing within our country. Different languages are there, but we do not have a common language, and that also somewhere acts as a disruptive force. So a common language is actually essential for the maintenance of cultural and intellectual unity of the nation. If there isn't any common language, people at times feel that there isn't a unifying thread, but there are other unifying threads that should always be tied together. Another disruptive force is the force of communalism. That is, hatred when people have for people of a different community or people of a different religion, the kind of aggressive attitude they show to each other. Now, this aggressive attitude could be the sense of simply having hostile feelings for people of different community, could be in the form of physical aggression that they're showing, force that they're showing, oppression that they're showing, could be in the form of verbal aggression that they're showing, remarks or comments that they are passing for people from a different community or different religion. Could be in the form of sarcasm that they are showing, sarcastic remarks. Could be in the form of, belittling remarks that they are showing. So it's important that all these things are avoided. At the same time, we also observe that there is dying of old values. Now, what kind of old values are actually dying a lot in different nations? One is love and respect for other community. Love and respect for different religions, that is decreasing, that is on the downfall. So we are all more concerned about respect for our community, respect for our religion, and we do not really bother about people from different regions, religions, and communities. Now, that is something which is very dangerous for the national integration. Then, crime and antisocial activities, we observe that they are on the rise. That if that is there, then that is a major disruptive force. Illiteracy. Now, people, especially the illiterate people, they can be easily misled because these are people who are not rational thinkers. They cannot logically think. So if you influence them, it's very easy to influence them. You tell them that you are from so and so caste, we are also from so and so caste. So this is what we are doing. You also come along and we will together do this, and we will together, harm somebody from some other community. So illiteracy is a major disruptive force. People who are illiterate can be easily misled. Why? Because they are people who are very emotional. They are not rational thinkers. So they do not think rationally, they think in terms of emotions. Illiteracy is therefore a hurdle in the path of national integration. Illiteracy therefore can be also viewed in the form of a disruptive force. So if you want that there is national integration, high national integration, it's important that illiteracy is eradicated from a particular nation. So let's move forward. One second. Now, towards the end of your chapter, there is, different categories of question. One such category is the short answer type category. Under this, you have a question number 10, which says, what is the role of education in the process of national integration? So it's important to understand that if there is an educated mind, schools teachers teach you to respect people from different religions, to respect people from different communities, to respect people from different castes. So that educated mind is going to talk about, civic sense. It's going to talk about brotherhood. It's going to talk about collective effort, not individualistic efforts. That is the role of education. There are certain long answer type questions also which are related to this particular topic. Question number 5, which says discuss the importance of national integration. So you can understand that, if there is low national integration, poor national integration, so that nation is going to get divided very easily. So if there is some external pressure coming, external force, that unifying thread will break, and then there is going to be fights, there is going to be disruption in a particular nation, which is not at all good. A lot of chaos will be there, indiscipline will be there, and peace will not be there. When we look at the 6th question, suggest some steps to achieve national integration. If you've gone through this video, you should be able to answer it. I'll give you 1 or 2 points. So if we talk about, some steps at the school level, if we talk about what can be done is that teachers should encourage students to work collectively. So, rather than giving individual projects, if we can give, group projects where we, bring people from different communities together. So, somebody from the upper caste, someone from the lower caste, someone from one religion, somebody from second religion. Similarly, boys and girls together. So that way, if we have a group which is very diverse in nature and then we make them work together, they will eventually understand that we are all similar. That these things are just, they are not to be paid attention to. So even if we come from different backgrounds, even if we come, from different religions, communities, or we come from different sections of societies, we are similar. So that is going to somewhere help in achieving national integration. So these steps can actually be taken towards it.